Hi everyone, here is a new project that I've been working on. Um, I haven't posted a video for a while. I was basically working on a few maps. So the last map I made was the Charlotte height map that's in the workshop. Um, and basically I felt like getting away from American cities for once and making something European. So I've started to build Paris. So I decided to begin around the Tour Montparnasse tower. I don't speak French if I pronounce that wrongly. Sorry. Um, I have been to Paris a few times, but I never went to this tower, and I didn't go up to the viewing platform. I wish I would have actually. I might at some point, but I've had to download a lot of different assets, obviously, to my American standard assets. So I've had to really trawl through the workshop for these, and I've got a heap more that will be showing up once I reload the game. So let's just put it on pause for a sec. I'll give you a quick fly around. So I started with the tower, then I moved my way down to these complexes here. Now there's a railway station. In real life, there's a railway station underneath here, but there just wasn't an asset in the workshop that really suited this. I'm going to try to probably insert a station in here and run the tracks out here as they are in real life, but if I do that, it means I'll have to take away these tennis courts, and there's a park that's basically on the roof of the big railway station. So I'll just have to mess around with it and see what I can do. Um, so as is typical of Paris, central Paris, there's a lot of these period buildings here. You know, these ones. So I've tried to copy as closely as I can. There's a lot of other newer buildings that are sort of interspaced in, but I've used as many of these as required. It takes a lot longer to build this type of city than an American city. It's for obvious reasons. So this is what I've done so far. I moved over here and I've built this Montparnasse cemetery. It still needs to be a little bigger over here. Some of the road angles I've actually realised I messed up slightly. This big avenue was actually meant to come down here. So I've already started to get a bit inaccurate on some of the road angles. I didn't use an overlay. I've never been able to use an overlay for some reason. Every time I download the image overlay mod, it just slows the computer down so much that I just can't use it. So I've just given up. But for this type of city, I really do need an image overlay to get the roads really accurate. But anyway, even with a few road inaccuracies, it's not bad. So I'm just going to continue. I'm just going to continue spreading out around the tower, and the rest of the map is essentially a Paris map. I made it to 17 by 17 kilometers to fit in the 20 arrondissements, however you pronounce that. The height map for Paris, terrain paddy height map for Paris didn't work. It just gave us this bumpy texture. So I've just smoothed it off. I know there's hills in Paris, so I'll either have to forget about the hills or make them myself. So like where the Sacre-Cœur is over this area over here, I'll have to make a hill. Yeah, I did a little bit down here, just mucking around when I started the map. Might change that a bit. It's going to take a long time to spread across this map. And I'll I don't imagine I'll actually be able to finish the 20 districts of the centre of Paris, because I'm sure that the object limit will be hit before then, but I think I'll just try to stay with it and build up to the object limits. So I'll do a tiny bit of building, and then just quit the video. So I have to actually type Paris. Ooh, Paris in there. And here they come up. Start here. So you have to mix it up so it doesn't all look the same, and that's realistic for Paris. There's all sorts of different heights and different colours, and you know, like this, and then there's an angle somewhere. Where is it? There we are. Let's use these angle bits. I'm still getting used to all of this, these building types, because like I said, I'm so used to building US cities and just plopping one family houses everywhere. I'm still trying to excuse me, trying to get used to this. It's all good. Really, a city of this type, it's so essential to move it. Just basically, I just couldn't build it without it, to be honest. Very finicky. That'll do. This. There we go. There's a lot of details that I haven't been adding yet. Like, I'm not really a heavily detailed person, to be honest. I don't really get into, you know, putting post boxes on the street or different lamp posts, or I don't know. I just don't really have time for it, to be honest. I like to build a good spread of the city so that it looks good from the air. I don't usually focus a lot on the street views much. I'm making it quite functional, although these buildings here, for some reason, they've got a lot of sick people or dead people, and it is connected to the road, so I'll have to investigate what's going on there. Might have to put a few more hospitals in. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. I'm really enjoying a change away from US cities and just a nice steady, steady working through on this type of city. I always liked Paris from its, well, because of its diversity of buildings, and it's a pretty city. I mean, we could debate this a little bit with recent events, but I've always liked Paris. I've always thought it was a really grand, beautiful city. I love the big boulevards and all the trees and the architecture. And I really like that the central area is